currently don't have any advertising on Bon Voyage. To me, it's a personal choice. I constantly get emails about putting text links, ad links, collaborations with other websites. I think that's great for certain bloggers who do want to monetize from their blog. I would love to get paid to be a blogger, but at this point it's not really something that I'm too interested in. I think adding the advertising on my blog as it is now, it takes away from what it is that I'm trying to do, which is just to inspire.
I'll just add on a bit about that. I have worked with brands before, and that was the beginning of the not blogging craze. Wasn't too good experience. Brands can be very demanding about they expect you to do this and this and this and this, but nothing in return but recognition and just say, hey, this is done by Razlan. But things have generally brands have wised up to what blogging is all about, and new bloggers have learned how to handle media as well. I think the most important thing is the mutual respect. We bloggers blog with a passion. If your brand comes across as someone who is passionate about your topic, like for example, shoes or sports or food, we will give you love and you give us love. Thank you.
I think for food blogging, we get invites. A lot of food bloggers get invitations, like Connie and I do, and Razlan as well too, to try out tasting menus at restaurants and so on. I personally don't blog about those experiences, but I put them on my Facebook page as photos and small captions because I hope to keep my blog ad-free and totally. It's like my little online temple of foodiedom, and I just want to say whatever I want to say and not be affected by brands. Although I know a lot of people put ads and are very willing to work with brands.
I think my experiences are fairly similar to the food bloggers, that I do get invitations from the studios. I do go to a lot of preview screenings, a lot of press screenings, and it is a relationship with the studios and with the distributors and to some degree with the filmmakers, and you have to be careful what you say. I am very conscious and very keen to maintain my independence. And there have been instances where certain bigger companies do get upset if you give too many negative reviews in a row. But I feel that my duty and my loyalties lie with the consumer, with my readers, rather than with a huge multinational media corporation. It occasionally means I don't get invited to things, but it's a give and take thing. And I think at the end of the day, for me, honesty is the most important thing. I don't have any sponsors on my site. I don't have any advertising on my site. But there is a give and take of we will give you some free tickets to our festival if you write something about it. For me, I think that's fair enough, because I'm not really saying it's the greatest festival in the world. What I'm saying is here is a great opportunity to see these films in a city where otherwise you wouldn't. And I think you have to use your own kind of judgment on that.
I guess I'm really wondering on how you can attract people to your site rather than they're going to another film blog, another food, another, I know you've talked about passion, and we've talked a little bit about SEOs and HTML, but really what makes you so different? Why do you have such big numbers? I mean, what did you do? What's the secret?
How come you're so special, Russ?
Why are you so special?
Why are you so special? Why are you special?
You
We're
are
all
special.
special.
You are all loved.
I think we all start the same place. We start with our friends, and friends of friends, and friends of friends of friends, and friends of friends, and everybody know about you. The most important thing is that I think I have been very transparent. I have quite a unique, quirky character, if you know me well. And people, either you hate me or you like me. And those people who like me tend to outnumber those people who hate me. So and I think be engaging, be friendly, be courteous to the people that come to your blog, even if you just leave one comment just reply to them and just return the love. I think your reputation built over the months, over the years, will stay with you.
I want to also point out, Razlan did it a good way as well. He's talking about the Singapore Idol. So he jumped on to a very, very hot topic and can grow an audience very, very quickly from that and take it over to the next thing. Same with James. He blogs about movies immediately. After he comes out of the theater, he's already on his phone typing a review. And that's a preview screen. So, I mean, people in Hong Kong won't see it for another week or two. So this is reasons for excitement and for following. We have something special. So Janice and Connie as well, doing things that normal people are not yet able to do. I think that brings a lot of things to in terms of audience and the special factor, right? So, insight into the Hong Kong marketplace for overseas people, very exciting stuff, right? And so I think that's a good way to build it up. Do you guys have anything to add on top of that? Why are you special? Are you special?
How much time do we have?
We'll have another session for that. Any other questions? Okay, over here.
Hi, I'm not sure if any of you write only in English or in any other languages. I know Janine said you use Sina Weibao. I don't know whether you write in Chinese, or whether any of you, if you want to reach a bigger audience, would you consider adding on a second language like Chinese? And one more, sorry, for Janice, would you mind sharing which software you use for analytics?
I use two for the analytics one. I use Google, and I also use something called StatCounter.com. It's a bit older, but it's it looks at things quite a little differently from how Google does it. So I use both, and it's I can see immediately where the links are from, and I can go quite deep into being a voyeur and stalking people. So yeah, I use StatCounter. So yes, I do actually. I have just started a Sina blog. So on top of Weibo. So Weibo is also to reach out to the millions of Chinese-speaking people, and because I also speak a little bit of Chinese, I just want to connect with them as well. And yes, I have just started a Sina blog, but I write so slowly in Chinese that I think I will actually hire a translator to help me translate some of my old blogs and put them on to the Sina blog.
How about you, James? You going to start doing it in Chinese soon? Or Russian?
Sure, why not? Yeah. For me, it's not practical. I don't know a second language well enough to be able to write in it. Hiring a translator intern is on my to-do list for 2012. I hadn't thought of actually translating my content, but it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. But yeah, no. If only I could.
Okay, great. Another question over here.
Hello. A topic that's come up a bit that I've had a few friends talk about lately is whether to have your engagement with your readers through comments on your site or whether to have it elsewhere. With all the new social networks and stuff, people seem to be finding a lot more engagement happening in Twitter and Facebook and wherever, and a lot less happening on blog itself. What do you think about this? Do you think, because often I just feel like often when you see comments on a blog post, it shows engagement, but now that it's happening elsewhere, what do you think about all that?
Yeah. Good question. Good question.
Personally, yeah, I think I pretty much have all my interaction on Twitter and on Facebook. I would love more people to leave comments on the blog itself. Keep my readers on the blog longer. Have them coming back to my blog to see
why
why
don't you just blog on Facebook then? Why do you have to use something else? It seems like everybody's there.
Because I like having a website. That's why I shelled out $15 US a year or whatever it was to buy my marshattax.com, because it looks great. It helps with the image you're trying to project, and that is an element.
How about you guys?
I think for me, because I'm all about community. To me, it doesn't matter where the comments are coming, whether it's on my blog, on Twitter, Facebook, whatever it is. The interaction is still there, and that's key.
Is that more like interaction with you, or what about interaction between your readers?
Mostly, if there's an interaction between readers, it'll be on Twitter or on Facebook.
Yeah.
Blog comments are left for me, and I respond to those on the blog. So wherever I'm getting any feedback, I'm responding through that same channel.
So that's really interesting, I think, is that, because Facebook is so popular, and we send feeds from our websites to Facebook and to Twitter, and more of the conversations are happening there than actually on the blogs now. So I think the blogs, and maybe you can agree or disagree, it's more like a depository for the content that can be found at any time, right? Because Facebook, as we know, is very hard to search, but blogs are very easy to search and can bring you new readers. Would you agree or disagree with that?
Hi. I agree that the keywords interaction. It doesn't matter where you interact with your readers. I think blogs, when people leave comments on your blog, actually they want to talk to you and you reply to them. It's very kind of like one directional, one person to many. But if your intention, is to create a community, you need to give them a medium to communicate with each other. And I have to say that commenting on blogs don't really do the job very well. I think you need to create like a forum. If your critical mass is that big, like what I did with my blog before, I created a forum for that. Or you can just create a Facebook page for your blog. You know, you got 60 fans, but if the 60 fans keep liking your photos and talk to each other, I think that's great. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to wrap this up now with one last question because I know some of you have to go back to work. Somebody just asked me on Twitter right now, what is the advantages of the platforms that you use? So I guess if we can sum it up quickly, Janice, you using Blogger mostly, or which one are you using most? Blogger?
Yeah.
What's the one, like if I wanted to get on Blogger, what is the one thing you think is the highlight of using that?
It's easy. If you have a Google account or Gmail account, you just click start a blog, and you're good. You're good.
Okay, great. How about you, Marcia? You use Posterous mostly, right? So what is your one advice to me?
Again, it's incredibly simple. You don't need to learn how to use it. You go there and you realize you already know how to use it.
Okay, so too easy. All right. How about you, Connie? What do you use again? Blogger, right?
Blogger's easy, and it does have basic templates. So my understanding is WordPress has more design options, but with Blogger, it's kind of, I don't know,
Okay.
dummies. Blogging.
But you said you wanted to change the WordPress, right?
Yeah.
And what do you?
I'm no longer a dummy.